Now then, and welcome to the final part of the three-part series on the previews of Season 19 Champions Cup. And since the last video, what was about 20 odd minutes ago, we have had another ticket accepted. Hirio has accepted his dwarfs. So now we're only 2 away. We're waiting for Melgold's Wood Elves. I think maybe Yudlugger's Goblins off the top of my head. So basically, I can do the live draw tonight. Basically, what that means, we'll see. I'll have a word with Lord Arzawain and find out what we can do. So anyway, if your team isn't previewed in this episode, then I suggest you go back onto my YouTube channel, Ben Booth on YouTube channel, and go look at part 1 or part 2 because it will be in there. So let's just get on with it. So Hirio just accepted his ticket. He's the other dwarf coach. So let's have a look at him. Hirio is a really good coach, mainly with elves, I think pro elves. So interested to see what he's going to do with dwarfs. Maybe he's just had enough of facing dwarfs and chorfs and all these kill teams. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it myself. Only 1410 TV value, and more concern is only 10k in the bank as well. Only 10 players, so it'll be adding another 70k. On top. So he's what, 1470. It's not really got much, has it? He's got 5 guard. He's got a death roller. So basically after 1 drive he's going to be down numbers unless he's got some inducements to play with. 4 rerolls is a lot of rerolls as well for a dwarf team. He's got the apothecary, he's got a cheerleader, but doesn't have a coach system. So it's a bit of, it's got a feeling this team's a bit all over the shop. Just the 1 troll slayer, but you know I don't have a problem with that. Going for the extra armor is always good. I mean, when I won the championship with my dwarfs in the playoffs, a lot of time I was just playing with the 1 troll slayer that was on the bench. So I sort of get that. There's not much there, is it? I mean, if this came up against the Arzawain's dwarf, you'd expect Arzawain to kill him. I would think the Chorfs of Kazim Cass or Trippers would be quite happy to play this team. Any kill team, probably. I mean, this is a very weak standard for a dwarf team. What's a shame, because I want to see how good Hirio can do with dwarfs, because he's a very good coach. Base stand as well makes no sense if you only got the 1 Troll Slayer. Bear in mind, he may have lost his other Troll Slayer later on. But the record's good. 14 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses. So like I said, the guy can play. This sort of reminds me of the old Sergal, where it's a good coach with an average team. Death Roll doesn't make much sense if you don't have the players. But again, maybe he lost a lot of players. I don't know. Just makes no sense to me. But again, some good results here. Drew with Projeki. Drew with Kilsey. Drew with him again there. Drew got play Kilsey a lot. Better known as Kami Muchi or something on the PS4. But we'll go to his team later on in this show anyway. It is a good coach, but again, I just think it's an average team. I mean, there's a few. I mean, my team might not be able to beat it because we say high armor, but you wouldn't be scared facing this team. You wouldn't lose any sleep over it. But again, if this team went up against, I don't know, something 2,000 odd, then obviously you'll have a lot of inducements to play with. But the problem with dwarfs is the only thing what looks decent really to induce is the death roll, but he's already got one, and maybe Boomer just for throwing bombs, but don't really have very good things. So I think he'll struggle, to be honest, unless he gets some good matchups. So we're seeing that one already. So now then, Duran. Undead it is. So you had the option of Undead, Norse, and Khemri. And to be honest, it was the right call. He went with the Undead. Pezzo killed me. He killed his Strength 6 mummy, I think. And a little bit 69. So there's 2 mummies. Both with guard. He's got a nice pile on tackle white. The other one is multi. Mighty Blow on guard. A decent standard goal. So that's a goal, a wrestle goal. Guard zombie is nice. Fen zombie, yeah, I get that in a data player. Yeah, I get that. So 1540, I think that's pretty good value, to be fair. And again, if he ends up going against a lot of like 1900s, he's got options of wizards. He's got some really nice star players he could pick as well. He's got 3 rerolls. Obviously, he's got regen, so that's always good. If he kills a player, gets a player that game to help him out. So this is a really nice TV value build. You know. Only issue is there's no Calcium Cast Bernie Booth on tag team there. What uses does very well for him. So that's a bit of a mistake in my humble opinion. But apart from that, I like this. Is it as good as iMedia's team? No, but then again, iMedia's team's a bit higher in TV. But again, this team could really go very well with a decent draw and go quite far into the competition. Obviously, Duran got to the World Cup semi-finals with his Orcs, so obviously that alone shows you the guy can play. And hail to the D, baby. The Civil War champ is trying to get himself another championship medal. And why not be season 19? Security Gate, yeah, can understand that. 12 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Good record. You know, he's a good coach. Only slight concern we have with him, obviously, is if he starts to get bad dice, it can affect him. And then everything's doom and gloom. And when you get to that sort of mindset, and we all do it, if we get to that mindset, it's really hard. And it can, like, your play style can drop because of it. So he's just got to try and keep as positive as he can and believe in his team can get it done. But yeah, definitely got a chance. Absolutely. Projecki, obviously, plays Rats, he plays Elves, I know he's playing Kislev again. 9 players, so he's got 2 to come in. He's got really nice number 1 Mighty Blow, Paladin, block and tackle. He's got nice agility, 5 catch. What's beautiful. Oh, he's beautiful. A strip ball, wrestle piece there, a wrestle piece there. And again, 1540. He's going to be adding, another 120 on that. So 1660. It ain't bad for rerolls and apothecary. It's not bad, is it? My concern with this team, with having just a few decent players, is to win a finals. Attrition could tell. And I think Kislev, I've always said this, I don't think they've been coded right AV-wise, because this is one of them teams what I see arm rate does not hold up at all. They just seem to get wrecked a lot. Has a wizard as well. What's an interesting decision, because the Kislev don't really have an issue getting to the ball carrier. I suppose the issue is if the kid's got a lot of guard in there. But I'm not sure. A lightning bolt to that nice AV7 agility 5 piece could spell disaster. 14 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses. Not bad for a Kislev, is it? You know, it's all right. I think I've seen him with better chances, similar to myself. Project's a good coach. I would never rule him out because he's a good coach, but this doesn't stand as one of, like, say, the top 4 or 5 teams who I'd think, wow, got a really good chance. If he won it, he'd obviously deserve it, but I think he needs a really good path to the final to do well with this. And the thing is, as well, is I suppose like with all teams, he can't afford too much attrition because he hasn't got that many good players. Right then, so again we've got 3 UC guys on this, and then we've got the UC fanboy Kamino Michi as well. So we'll go with Gasamal, who won the PC final last season with Skaven. He actually went to the PC backyard, where a lot of the PC guys make a lot of fun of the console coach and say, oh, console coaches are garbage. We even had Artemis Black saying if Gasamal won the PC final, he would quit. He obviously didn't. You know, he didn't stand up. He didn't go through with his promise. No surprise there. I think a lot of the console community are very proud of what he's done. He's also won, obviously, the PS4 championship with his Undead. So the guy is one of the best we have on the consoles by far, and obviously his stock level's gone up higher. He's playing Vamps, interesting. This could maybe to do with various other things. Like maybe trying another run on the PC at the time, I'm not sure, but 4 decent Vamps. You know, Mighty Blow, Block, Tackle, Guard, Pro. He's got another Blodge, Guard, Pro, Mighty Blow, and Agility 5 Vamp, what's amazing. The problem you've got with him is the thralls, isn't it? They can break pretty quick, and then you can end up injuring your own players, and then you can go Bloodlust, and he's only got 3 rerolls, and they can implode. But as Shagras shown, who's a very good coach of vampires, in the right hands they can be deadly, and obviously Gasamal as well, very good player. Who, if anyone can get him done, it's him. Security Gate again, so we've seen a lot of love for Security Gate. Record's very poor though, 13 wins, 12 draws, 7 losses. You don't usually see Gasso lose that many, but again, he's playing Vamps, so obviously you've got to take that into consideration. And again, he drew with Simple Plan there, that's a good result for him. Lost to Reptilian Agenda. Drew with Spike City Royals. Royalties. So there's 3 coaches obviously he was in the playoffs with. But yeah, I mean, like I say, he's one of the finest on the PS4. And he's now the PC champion as well. So he's everybody's hero. Whatever happens, he will be bonus. But he's sort of coach you would not want to play against. And he's really unlucky last season when he took the Norse against Kazim Cass's killer Choffs. I think it was a 5+ what knocked him out in overtime. So, he's a good coach. He's very good. So there's one powerhouse of the UFC, and we go right into another powerhouse of the UFC, Dave, who's obviously a former champion as well, and his necro's been extremely well, 1,800, 150k in the bank. He does have, pardon me, one werewolf with Mighty Blow, Blodged and Dauntless. I like that. Shame he hasn't got Piling On, or has he? Because he has a level 2 level up. You'd sort of think though, if it's not a double. If he was a double, he would have actually took Piling On by now, but who knows. He's got some guard. He's got 5 guard. 4 stand firm was beautiful. Really shuts down the 110 options as well. Shorthand, Blodge, Sidestep, Goal. So it's nice. Cause I always think, really, if your goals are there to score the TDs, your wolves are there to hunt and kill stuff. And just Blodge on the other wolf. Get a player kick on that one. I mean, it's a good team, Again, I'd be more concerned by the coach than the team itself. Very good coach. It's a solid team, and we Necro, they're very well balanced, and he's played them very well all season. It's got the Magic Dome as well. 21 wins, 7 draws, 4 losses. It's nice. He's another one of those guys who beat that Chevy Chasers. Beat Rostafa's High Elves as well. It beat Kami Muchi, aka Kills' Lizards 3-0 as well. Gone alongside of Groovy, drew with Humongous. So, he's a good coach, and this is one of those teams you really wouldn't want to play against. 18 is not bad as well. If he goes up against one of the 2,000+ teams, he can get Cheney as well if he wants him. 3 wolves on a pitch is a nightmare. So, this is the sort of guy you don't want to draw against, and I can see him doing quite well. Right, there's a 3-way fight for the Lizards all the way through. It's probably the most exciting fight of the season, and Reptile Gender with a win over Gooby got it done. And it's good, really good seeing back again. Interesting team. 110 in team V value. A lot of guard and break tackle. That is a way to build a Lizard team, in my humble opinion. I mean, Mighty Blow is great as well. But this makes it a lot better team to me, because the guard will help against all the big bashy teams, and obviously break tackle helps him keep being able to reposition. Obviously tackle is his issue, so if he goes against any sort of elf stuff, he's gonna have a problem. Although the lot of guards should be able to protect him in a cage at the very least. Problem with Wheelie, and he knows this, and he knows I love him to bits, is he drives me bonkers, because he's not far off being a very good player, The thing what lets him down, in my humble opinion, of what I can only go what I've seen of him, is the chain pushes he misses. He misses a lot of them. I don't know why. A lot of them are obvious. You know, if there's any weakness in his game, that's it. Or he makes it goes for an option when there was a much easier option. Where last game I saw him, he could have chain pushed his Saurus out so he could have a crack on the ball, and he got the dice to do that, but he decided to go another way. But then after doing that, he then decided to try and dodge and hit the guy he could have hit if he'd have chain pushed the right way, and he failed it. It's stuff like that. What's very frustrating. If he could polish that up, he would have a very, very good chance, and that is the issue I have with him. He needs to work on that. He may turn around and say, Benny, you've been very unfair and and stuff, but I can only go on by what I've seen. He may have polished it up, but, you know, I remember the game. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's doing well. Yeah, go on with it. Because obviously he's a Yorkshire lad like me, so I want him to do well. I'm like, yeah, brilliant. Oh, you've done the same as I've done. Brilliant. Right, you just need to do this push, you know, and then push to the guy who can hit the ball. Hey, we got a power. Yeah, excellent. And then he goes an opposite way, and I end up ripping my hair out. And then he tries to dodge, and it's like, you could have just pushed your guy out, and you would have had to dodge on a foul plus. Bears or Lizard King, I don't know if that's like a tip to the guy who unfortunately didn't make the playoffs. But he's a good coach, and I would love him to do well. He's still not got it done in the playoffs. If he plays my team, he'll rip the crap out of my nose. If he gets someone like that, he'll do well. He just, as I used to say with Shod, I mean, when Shod first came on the second, I used to play Shod a bit. The thing with Shod is he'd always make a glaring error of maybe overcommitting, and he'd have you by the balls, and then he'd overcommit for no reason and let you off the hook. And then he tightened that up, and obviously he ended up winning a championship, and he's obviously done very well. And I think that's the only thing lacking from Wheelie now. If he tightens this up, or, you know, just makes it feels with him, he has two options: a really hard option and a really easy option in key moments. And instead of picking the easy option, he goes out of his way to take the hard option, and he usually fails it and goes out. If he gets that done, he'll get to the next level, and that's when people will be saying, right, this guy can go on a big run and get to the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and finals, and hey, you never know, maybe win one. But I really hope he does do well, because he's a lovely lad, he's a Yorkshire lad, and he would be a popular winner for sure. Again, the Chaos throw the rock again. It's out of the gate, isn't it, at the moment, usually. We've had two wizards with Cass and obviously Projecki. 16 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Good enough record. Can't disagree with him there. Hunter Killer gives him a bit of a beating there, but he's drawn with him as well. So, and he beat Arzo as well. I think he's got a really good record, if I remember, against Arzo as well. So, you know, this guy can play. It's just, sometimes it gets to that point, and I feel like screaming, going, really? If he can cut out them errors, I can see him going well with this team. I really can. So, there you go. Right, the guy who I'm case playing, Groovy. I love the guy. What a character this lad is. A lovely lad. And he had the choice of two. Ironically, if it was my choice, I'd have gone with the Chorfs, but he went with Chaos. And although this has got 2 Paladin killers and a Claw killer, this seems a bit Diet Coke for Groovy. He usually has more death. But again, I mean, the funny thing is, I watched this game against Wheelie's Lizards when he lost, and he got basically diced hard. But it just showed how Chaos teams can implode, because a lot of them are only armor 8. So, you know, you get some mighty blow hits on them, or even, as Wheelie had no mighty blow apart from his Crocs. You know, they can be broken. Groovy is the last coach you want to play against in the playoffs, because even if you win, you're guaranteed to lose players. I don't know any coach who plays Group B and doesn't lose at least one player for the next round. This is still a very good team. It's 1920, but knock 50 off that because obviously he's got 200k, so he's 1870. 13 plays. He's got to level up on this guy. Knowing Group, he's probably going to take Claw unless it's against Elves, then he'll probably take Tackle. 3 rerolls, 1 Apothecary. Security Gate, yeah. Not the best record, let's be honest. 29 wins, 15 draws, 15 losses, but it's because he just likes to kill shit. I think in the playoffs it'll tighten up a bit. But he's got some good records. I mean, like I say, 1-1 there with Horror from Beyond. The Reptilian Agenda, I'd ignore that one. 1-1 with the other Lizard team there as well. Beat Too Many Chuffs 2-0. He beat Dave's Necro 2-0. Drew 1-1 with Simple Plan. I mean, he beat him with his Legion of Death, but obviously the more games this team play, the more clear they get, the better they become. For guard as well, I like it. And obviously it's got Old Bernie gonna get you here. Oh, again, you see the name does well. Killsy. You know, you were saying about the bear name, but everyone else seems to do well with him, and that's a really nice piece. So yeah, Groovy would be an extremely popular winner, and I'm not going to back against him. I'll tell you that right now. So good luck. Order of the White Axe then. So Lexington D back in the playoffs, and I love this guy to bits. A really nice coach. Really, really nice. As I've just got loads of messages come flying through, so just bear with me one moment. I know it's not very professional, but unfortunately I am an admin and I've got a family and there's loads of messages coming through at once, about 8. With a look at the lady, anyone who obviously is Warhammer Fantasy knows Bretonnians, the Lady of the Lake, usually in battle on Warhammer Fantasy, they could kneel and give the first hand to their opponent and get a blessing from the lady. So basically they lost the first hand because it was too busy kneeling and doing prayers and getting the blessings from the lady. So that's what the with the look of the lady means as the motto. So it's hoping for some nice ward saves there. The team itself, 1280 TV. Now then, only 10 players, so 40k, 1320. You can shave 10k off if you want to, it's 1310. This is a really nice low TV team. He has a strength 4 blitzer with blodge and tackle. It's got another blitzer, blodge and leader. It's got a strength 4 blocker with piling on mighty blow wrestle. It's got a mighty blow guard blocker, another guard blocker, a dirty player, lineman, some more wrestle. I tell you what, people say, "Oh, Bernie, we know you've got a soft spot for Bretonnians." Yes, I do, but I tell you what. This team I really, really like. Look at the TV value. It's nothing. He's gonna, against a lot of teams, he is going to get a lot of inducements. Griff could come into play. Wizards can come into play. He can get Babes. He can get a few more cheap players. He can get Zug if he wants to. There's a lot of options this guy's going to get. He's got 2 strength 4 pieces. I really, really, really like this team. Lexington D can play as well. This guy could go right under the radar for most people. He won't go under my radar. And it's not because it's Bretonnian. It's because the way the team's built, the skills he's got, and that TV value is beautiful. This is the best value team I've seen yet. He may not go Griff, but if you stick Griff on this as well, Jesus Christ. The problem he's got though is he'll say, Bernie, I've got number 1. He's probably going to take the ball. But what Griff gives you is fend, sure feet, sprint, and he's got agility 4 as well as strength 4, and he's a blodger, so he's probably, I would still get him. But I like this team, I really do. Nuffle Alter as well. Oh yeah, that's a shrewd move. 4 losses is a bit unfortunate, but I really think this is everything about this team I love. Even the Nuffle Alter, because he knows the chances are if he's at home, he's going to be lower TV than the rest, so that'll help. Yeah, I hats off to him. I think he's done a really nice team. And this is one of those teams, do you know what? I know this is going to sound stupid, but if I had to pick of most of these teams, this would be in my top 3. Yeah, it's because I have a love affair with Brett's, but I really think this team you could do a lot with. And this team would be good against anything. Runs up against Kemry, no problem, got the Dauntless. Runs up against Lizards, no problem, I've got the Dauntless. I just like this team. I really, really do. I wish this was my team. I really do. And I wish him the best of luck. Oh, right, my team. UC. Got a love for the UC. Blunt Force Trauma. So I've got to sort of talk about myself here, haven't I? So obviously he's the current champion, Benny Buffon, myself. I'm the current champion. Obviously I won it with Field of Burn. Last season went with Nagel. As I said, underdog level extreme. Yeah, Kazim Kaz called me the underdog king. A lot of people, I seem to do well as an underdog, like with lesser teams. But this, anyone knows I don't play Nose very well. But there's only option I really had, and I only got in because Durham picked Undead. But I'm here, so obviously someone will beat me to take the cup as it should be. 1400 TV, but I've got a player missing, so I am rocking at 1450. Is it good TV value? Well, it isn't compared to the one we just looked at. I do have 2 Berserkers with Might Blow piling on. This is interesting. My dare player got agility, had to take it. He's done all right. This guy I love. Disco Dancing Dave. What a cool name. I remember playing a game and I was in a lot of trouble. I just could injure nothing, and the guy's human catcher tried to dodge away. A dive attack kicked in. It got injured, and the game flipped on that. The reason I went with down tackle, this is a strength 4 piece. If I can get this onto your ball carrier, it's quite hard to get off. It's strength 4, and now I leveled him last game, so he's got block as well. I did have 2 dead players, that was the plan, but I've only got 1 now because you can't really go around following me agility 4 piece. Bezo, he got a level up last game, so he's now got Mighty Blow. This guy is the worst guy I've ever had. Rolls tons of 1s, so many turnovers. I've never had. I suffer from having bad big guys. I don't like taking them unless I have to, and I feel like with a no team, we've got to have him. He got Mighty Blow, I think, last game, and I was like, he got Mighty Blow 2 games ago. I was like, yeah, he won't be able to do some. And yeah, he kept rolling 1s and turnovers. He's awful. I'm just hoping, and this is my only hope with him, is usually what happens when people take Norse, and the Yeti does really well in the ladder, and then has a horror show in the playoffs. I'm hoping my Yeti's doing the opposite. He's had a horror show in the ladder, and he'll be amazing in the playoffs. He needs to be. If I'm going to have any chance of going anywhere in this competition, he's got to come good. Lord Adsway, I got, he lasted 1 game, so I had to save up and get another one. He's now got dodge, and he would usually be my ball handler, but obviously now I've rolled agility 4 as well, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. There's no guard in the team. I did have tackle. I lost 1 tackle piece, and then I had this one. And I haven't had the cash to get a stadium, and that's very unlike me. But like I said, this was a very late thing. The record's not great either. 7 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses is not a Bernie thing at all, is it? Final blow. I was really pissed off with this guy. All he did, look at the time I was playing. 5:47 a.m. in the morning, right? All the guy wanted to do, fight talk. All he wanted to do, didn't want to play, didn't want to win. All he really wanted to do was wreck my team. He just fouled for no reason with his best players on my players, and it was he went in my bad books. Maybe because it was I'd had no sleep and I needed the win. I got the win and kicked his ass, but I'm like, dick move. I don't like shit like that. You just play just to try and grease someone's team, trying to get into the playoffs. So I was how to make an enemy of Benny Buffon by Fight Talker. There's been some of these games really tear my hair out because obviously, especially this one against 82. I think 3 chances to pick the ball up on 3+ cost me with a re-roll, and then obviously 10-16 hand off to Cheney for the tie and didn't get it. So that game was just a complete shitstorm. And that's the thing with Norse, isn't it? As people say, you know, they're only AB7, a lot of them, they do implode. Um, I don't know what to say about this team. And I always try and play the underdog tag, but I mean, this team's just not very good at all. But again, I haven't played many games with it. Like I say, as always, I'll do my best. And obviously, if I come up against something like 18, 1900, I'll do my best to try and do something. My concern is that I've seen a lot of good coaches, the Gastamals, the Daves, V-Power V, who's amazing with Norse, and you know, some of them have struggled to get far. Or let me put it, maybe not struggle, but you know, they haven't won any money with them either, really. So me, I can't. I'd have to get very favourable matchups to progress. But as anyone knows, I'm going to go down swinging. I'm going to go out on my shield, so whoever gets me, be prepared for me to try and give it at least a tough match. So there's my team. Now there, the UC fanboy, Kami Nomichi. I basically call him Killsy because he's so much more easy for me. Only plays lizards. Only plays lizards. This is a piss take of the UC. Obviously, a lot of people don't like the UC, and you know, I mean, the UC should take it as a compliment in that if people hate you, you're doing something right. And in UC's way of thinking, they're just winning everything, and you know, people just don't like people who win shit all the time. You know, the UC won the PC, they won the PS4, and they're in the final of the Xbox. So the UC could do the treble on 3 platforms. That's unheard of. And you know, UC are not a big private league, and I'd say there's maybe 6, 7 of the coaches only what do the C ladder. So it would be an amazing achievement for them. But basically, this is just a piss take. As a wine is the croc, sell Bernie, because obviously I went and signed for the UC after they put me in ice. Mansion in Spain. Hey, why not? And various other ones here. Bernie's Batman's quite funny. I think he's got Calcium is Batman next time. Is for this season's Lizards. And it's a nice thing. I'm glad to see he's not gone Mighty Blow spam and he's actually gone for something what benefits Lizards a lot better. I like the guard. He's got 4. I like the break tackle on the Crocs as well. It gives him another option. He's got 2 like almost 1-turners here as well, so that's good. Shame about, I presume that'll be niggle injury, but you've got to keep, in my opinion. Yeah. But you've got your blitzer there, haven't you? As long as you didn't get tagged, you've got your blitzer there. Got break. I just like this team. It's hard. It's really, really hard to get a team well balanced. People will say, well, there's only 1 tackle in there. And you're right, but, I mean, come on, man. I mean, what can you do? It's... Ultimate Collusion, obviously, there. That's his go-to guy, and he's 1 XP off another level. It's a nice balanced team. The issue I have, and I think a lot of coaches will back me up with this, is when you get into the playoffs, it's a pressure cooker environment. You've got to keep your cool. Really got to keep it cool. You know, don't tilt. And I've never seen anyone tilt or go bonkers more so than Killsy, aka Kami Nomichi. If he wants to go well in the competition, he's got to get his temper. He's got to get his... How can you put it? He's got to keep his emotions in check as best he can, because the times I've seen him play, and he's a good coach, is he gets upset very quickly and loses his what I call loses his mind, and then he starts playing a bit poorly, or he gets frustrated, and then all of a sudden the good coach we know goes, and then we get this irrational, just this coach who makes more mistakes, and that's his weakness. If he can keep calm and say, look, you know, it's a dice game, things are going to go wrong, and it's how I respond to them could be a key on this. The team's good enough to go far in the competition, depending on who he draws. He's just got to keep his emotions in check. He really does. That's the weakness, because he can play. You know, nobody will turn around and say he's a crap coach, because he's not. But sometimes his emotions make him into a lesser coach. And if he can keep the emotions in check, he could go very far. Love the name, the the thing, Bernie's rematch. Like I said, the thing about UC, they all had a laugh about this team. You know that the UC are cool guys. I think it's funny, and it's not a problem. And Kills is a good lad. He'll take as much ribbon as he gives out. So I like coach like that. Who'll take the mick but take it back. It's amazing how many coaches will give it but not take it. And Kills is a good lad. I love Killsy. And the thing with Killsy is it's very, very same concept. He will take anybody, and he's not scared of playing no one. He won't dodge anybody. And I have a lot of respect for him in that response. And I think if he does well, good luck to him. He has a very good chance. And like I say, he got a good win of the Wood Elves of 82. And that's a very good win because obviously Wood Elves are a very bad matchup for Lizards. But he's got all that guard so he can make the cage a lot safer. He's got some good results, 2-2 with Shagraff's Nagel there. He's probably looking at this. I'm sure he has that ultimate package there, 1-1. So, maybe he's not played, looking at this, maybe he's not played as many of the top coaches, although saying that, he lost 3-0 to Dave there. I don't want to feel like Trip, because, oh God, help me, but he would be saying, well, yeah, it's a decent record, but a lot of these coaches he's played aren't, the top tier coaches. He's had quite luck with a lot of the teams he's sparring to. But the thing was, he streams a lot of his games, so people could stream snipe him. Maybe they've seen him, and this is the thing when you stream, a lot of people hide their online when they're playing, and a lot of people won't spin in the favour of sniping. But it can be an advantage because if you're a good coach and someone sees you spinning, they won't play. Some of these big guns are like, what? I'd rather not play against Cammy. I'll wait until he's got a match because he's a good coach. And then when people think like that, then there's a very good chance that Cammy will get a lesser coach who probably doesn't know he's spinning or doesn't know he's streaming. So it can work in your favour as well. He's worried that he'll get the Berners tip. I'm not saying he will or not, but this team has potential to go quite far, for sure. So that's all the teams. Now, there is 2 of them. And luckily, because I'm an admin, we can have a look at them. Name and shame time, the 2 guys. Well, you can't name and shame. We already set the thing up yesterday. But these are the 2 teams. Goblins, Judlugger. He's been in these before. I think he was Goblins before. I think he played against the Flings, and I thought he was unlucky. He gave it a good go against the Flings of Merciflush, and an absolutely amazing game. I think this is the guy. 1110 TV is a bit high. Oh, lovely block there, though. Guard. Has he got the Nuffle Altar? He hasn't got one. Again, this is the sort of team you want to go against. No Apothecary, 3 rerolls. I'd play this team. I won't be totally confident, but I'd quite happily take this team on. He'd probably end up beating me. But yeah, this is the sort of team that obviously I would like to play against, as most people would. But Goblins are funny, aren't they? If they get going, they can beat anybody. Not a very good record, 5-3-7, but it's Goblins. What do you expect? I mean, when you run into people like Undead It Is, Duran's teams and stuff like that, you're always going to have a problem. But obviously, we're running into Boys of the Wood 3-0 there, so, he's going to get endurance against almost everybody. This may even be the lowest TV, maybe, apart from the Halflings in the Cup. So, there's not really much I can say apart from you should get an Apothecary. Just to give you, a bit more of a safety valve with your good players like your Pogo or your 2 Trolls. But there you go. He's going to have a lot of fun regardless. And then finally, Melgold, who seems to do a lot better with Wood Elves than anything else. 1780. He got these done very early on and then didn't play them at all. It's a no frills team, is what I call this. All these catches are blodged, no wrestle piece there. He's going to rely on his 2 war dancers. Well, I sort of get that. He's got 2 guard here as well. If these 2 level up, I'm so diving tackle, and them 2. His tree's just got nothing, but hey, it'll do what it does. 1780 TV's not bad as well. 12 players, 60k. Yeah, it's all right. I mean, he plays them very, very well, and he's very good at 110 in his Mellow Gold. So again, this is one of those teams you don't want to go up against. He plays them very, very well. So he's gonna be a threat whoever he goes up against, and Wood Elves always do very well. Projectile obviously won not far back with Wood Elves. We've got two good Wood Elf teams in there. Like I say, I think the problem is when you see like teams you're so used to seeing Wood Elf teams with strengths or agilities or loads of mighty blow and all that, you think, wow, awesome. And then you see a team like this one, it's a very compact, well-built team, but you think, oh, well, where's all the frills? There isn't. It's a no frills team, but can still get it done. 2 guard is big as well. So there you go. So that's it. That's all 3 shows done. Like I say, if you don't agree with me, don't worry about it. People would say if I don't like your team, you're not going to get tipped, so you're not going to get the care, so it's a win-win. I'm not going to give the Bairn his tip yet, so it can all breathe easy for now. I will do it after the draw. To my knowledge, we have 30 teams, so technically if I really want to, I can put in a Wood Elf and a Goblin placeholder and get it done tonight. I think later on tonight I may do it. I've just got to go out and do some stuff now. But, I mean, what time are we on British time? This is in England time. It's 9 o'clock. So there's a very good chance between 11 p.m. my time, 12 midnight. So in the next 2-3 hours, I will probably do the draw. Like I say, if your team wasn't on there, I do have part 1 and part 2 on my YouTube channel already. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel Ben Booth on, because that'll tell you when all the playoff games, the highlights, the streams, and all that we do, and various rosters and everything are on there. I think it's a pretty good channel, but I'm biased because it's mine. But thanks again. Take care, guys, and we'll see you for the live draw later on. Bye bye. Remembering myself, take me right